I'm here in Sylacauga with a good friend of mine, a comedian that I just recently worked with, but I actually requested to work with him again. Got the privilege of doing that. This is Rocky White. Rocky is. Are you from Sylacauga?
No, I'm from everywhere. Kind of like you, I guess.
All over, yeah.
Yeah,
we travel a lot.
Yeah, my dad was a high school and college football coach.
Right.
So I guess you could say I'm from Gadsden because that's where I graduated from. Lived there as a youngster the majority of my life from Gadsden, Alabama, the old Gadsden High School. And you could say I'm from Gordo, Alabama. That's where I first lived on the other side of Tuscaloosa, a little small town. And my dad and parents are still there because they went back there. He went back as principal of the high school and then eventually worked at the school system office.
And that's not a fictitious place you made up.
Oh, no. Gordo
for
means
comedy now.
No, Gordo means fat in Spanish.
It does.
That's why I figured that's where you were going. I make fun of that sometimes. I said I always thought fat was green and gold because that was Gordo's colors. But yeah, that's so. You could say I'm from Alabama. Now I was born in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm adopted. My parents worked it out with a lawyer to adopt me, and they drove to Jacksonville, Florida. So I'm a U.S. citizen, born in Jacksonville, Florida. But yeah, I've grown up pretty much in Alabama and Oklahoma as the only other two states that I've lived in.
Yeah. How did you get interested in doing comedy? You were a teacher.
Still am.
And
yeah.
Is something that happened in that period get you interested?
Yeah, it's funny because I work in Georgia now. This will be my 10th year coming up this fall of teaching in Georgia. I taught 25 years in Alabama and coached over here in Alabama for 25, and then I go to Georgia, and so at the bus stop, they're asking me about some of my students and my experiences as a coach, and so I'm telling a few stories, that happened over here in Alabama. And so one of the math teachers says, hey, you would do really well if you went and tried to do an open mic. Well, you know what I said? I said, well, what's an open mic?
Right.
I had no clue of what to do. And so, I had been to the Stardome in Birmingham a couple of times, bought tickets to go. I didn't know that they had a side room, strictly at that time, for open micers.
Right.
And I had seen people get up at clubs and do stuff, but I felt like you had to know somebody to be a comic. And so she told me about it, so I just get on the phone. And I called Stardome in Birmingham, and I go, hey, I said, do y'all have open mic? And how much does it cost to get in? And this is the true story now. So I'm calling between my planning period and the next class. And so she says, well, we don't really just take anybody usually. We just talk to me and tell me a couple of stories. So I told her a couple of teaching stories on the phone. And you know what she said? She said, I want to book you for 2 opportunities. I said, really? And she said, yeah. She said, you sound funny. And I was like, I guess so. And so I go the first...
That's better than you look funny.
Well, that's true, but she couldn't see me because we weren't doing FaceTime.
She may have said both.
Yeah, may. Yeah. But she said, I want to book you for 2 nights to give you 2 opportunities to win or at least be on our finale show. And I was like, win? I just want to try out and see if I'm funny.
I didn't know it was in a contest.
Yeah, I'm in a contest. and to make that really crazy, so she schedules me. So I thought, what should I do? Well, I talked to my friends at the bus stop. I told them what I was going to do. I said, I'm going to Birmingham. They're like, oh, good. You'll do great. And I said, they're only giving me like 4 or 5 minutes. I think they're going to cut me off at 5. And they said, well, just tell your story. Just tell a teaching story. So I take my lab coat with me. And so the very first night, I'm standing in the back, nervous. Teaching is a lot like being a comic, standing in front of people.
Right.
But it's the aura of being a comic, is different than the students writing down what you're lecturing about.
Right.
Because you're thinking, man, they got to laugh.
Audiences hardly ever take notes.
Oh, no, they don't take any notes. They may take a picture every now and then or a video. And so, we're backstage and, they're going through all this and there's 18 of us. Well, I'm number 18. So I'm like, man, I must be the dog idiot to be dead last tonight. Because, everybody's going to be tired of laughing.
Right.
They're not laughing at my stuff. And so I'm standing in the back, and I won't say who they were, but I had 2 cats, because I had my lab coat, come up, hey, dude, what is your real occupation? I said, I'm a chemistry teacher. And they go, do you have some crystal meth on you? And I go, no, I don't have any crystal meth on me, but I'm going to grab this Windex right here and put it with some spearmint gum and make you some. How about $50? And he actually was reaching in his pocket. I was like, oh my gosh. He's probably reaching for $5, but
Right.
I can't make crystal. I can make 1,2-dimethylbenzene ethanamide hydrochloride. That's the technical name for it. But I can't make it at a comedy club in 5 minutes anyway, or I'd lose my job, my real job.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I go on, I do my bit, you know, and they call out 3rd place, you know, 2nd place, and then they hadn't called me out. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm not. I thought maybe I'd get 3rd place. You know?
Right. Yeah.
And then they go, and the winner of tonight's open mic is Rocky White. I like to fell out. The first time I attempted it, I won.
Yeah.
At the Stardome. My brain was going, no. This has got to be a joke. Actually,
Somebody's pranking
I
me.
thought somebody in the audience went up and said, hey, call Rocky's name out and let's pretend, but then let's say, no, we're just kidding.
Right.
The real winner is so-and-so.
Right.
But that was just, that got me hooked.